You think you know gas stations? You've been to Buc-ee's, you've experienced the Flying J Empire, you probably have a Casey's opinion. But I'm about to blow your mind with a gas station that's been hiding in plain sight across 21 states, serving up industrial-grade smoothies and exclusive Mountain Dew flavors that you literally cannot get anywhere else on Earth. And somehow, despite having over 800 locations, I had never heard of them until 3 weeks ago. So, picture this. I'm driving from Salt Lake City to Moab, classic Utah road trip, right? I'm expecting the usual gas station suspects, maybe the Sinclair Dinosaur, a Phillips 66, standard road trip fuel stops. But every single time I needed gas, every single time I wanted to stretch my legs and grab a snack, I kept pulling into these places called Maverik. And at first I'm thinking, okay, cool, another regional chain I haven't heard of. You know how it is, every state has their thing. Texas has their Buc-ee's obsession, Iowa worships Casey's Pizza. I figured Utah had their local favorite. But here's where it gets interesting. This wasn't just Utah. I started paying attention, and these Maverik stations are everywhere across the Mountain West, like legitimately everywhere. And not just the little podunk gas stations either. I'm talking about these massive, almost grocery store-like operations. Somehow, they fly completely under the radar if you're not from the region. My first stop was this rural Maverik that looked pretty standard from the outside. About the size of a 7-Eleven, nothing too crazy. But I walked in hungry, and immediately I see this hot dog station. Now, I am not usually a gas station hot dog kind of guy. Let's be honest, most of them have been sitting on the rollers since the Clinton administration. But something was different here. They had different types of hot dogs, individually packaged buns that actually looked fresh, and a proper condiment setup. So I figured, oh, why not? I grabbed one off the roller, made myself a hot dog, and it was actually really, really good. Like surprisingly good. Good enough that I went back and got a second one before I left. And that's when I realized this wasn't just another gas station. Before I tell you about the smoothie machine that changed my life, let me give you some context that's going to make your jaw drop. Maverik was founded in 1928 by a 20-year-old kid named Rule Call in Afton, Wyoming. And get this, he funded his first gas station with money that he made from renting out roller skates to people in his town. Roller skates! The man went from rental skates to building a gas station empire. That's the most 1920s entrepreneur origin story I've ever heard. Today, this little roller skate venture has grown into over 800 locations across 21 states, making it one of the largest independent fuel marketers in the Intermountain West. We're talking about $1 billion company that most people outside the Mountain West have never heard of, including me. And here's the kicker, it's still family owned and operated. The current CEO is Crystal Magalet, the niece of the original founder. They've been quietly building this empire for almost a century, while the rest of us were debating whether you should even drink gas station coffee or eat gas station food. But back to my road trip. The second Maverik I stopped at was significantly larger. We're talking almost like a miniature grocery store, Walgreens-sized operation. And that's where I encountered what I can only describe as the most ingenious piece of convenience store technology I have ever seen. They had this smoothie machine, but not just any smoothie machine. This thing was like something out of a sci-fi movie. They have these pre-filled cups sitting in a freezer display, and I'm talking about everything from fruit smoothies to straight-up ice cream concoctions. You grab your cup, pay for it, stick it in this industrial-grade blender machine, and the thing goes to work. This isn't some sad McDonald's smoothie situation where you're paying $6 for ice and mostly artificial flavoring. These are for real, and yes, that's the brand name. For real. F-R-E-A-L. Which apparently blends your smoothie in about a minute with completely automated self-sanitizing technology. They're using actual frozen ingredients, and you can control the thickness of your drink. I tried a couple. They're legitimately amazing and probably half the price of what you'd pay at a traditional smoothie shop. It's like having a Jamba Juice that's run by robots and doesn't charge you $8 for a frozen fruit. But wait, it gets better. You want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes? They have their own food brand called Bonfire that's made fresh at every location, every day. We're talking burritos, salads, wraps, pizza, sandwiches, all made fresh daily. I got this $4 hot honey chicken sandwich and drink combo that was legitimately restaurant quality. $4! And then there's the holy grail, Mountain Dew Honeydew. This is a honeydew melon flavored Mountain Dew that you literally cannot buy anywhere else except Maverik and Come and Go gas stations. It was originally released in Canada, then came to the US exclusively through these two chains in July 2025. Mountain Dew fans, like myself, are losing our minds trying to get our hands on this stuff. And it's sitting right there in every Maverik cooler. Here's where Maverik really shows they're being customer focused rather than profit obsessed. Their fountain drinks, and I'm talking large fountain drinks, are 89 cents. 89 cents in 2025? When McDonald's is charging you $1.69 for a medium Coke, Maverik is out there serving up large drinks for less than $1. And if you get their Nitro card, which is free, you can save 10 cents or more off every gallon of gas every day. Plus, you get an extra $1 extra large fountain drink and $1 large hot beverages daily. They've got $5 hot dog meal deals, reasonable prices on everything, and somehow they're still making money. Here's something that really impressed me, and this might sound weird to focus on, but hear me out. Every single Maverik I went to had immaculate restrooms, like suspiciously clean. Gas station bathrooms are usually a gamble at best, but these were consistently clean enough that you'd be comfortable using them. Novel, I know. The stores themselves were the same way, well organized, well stocked, clean floors, proper lighting. It's clear they've made a commitment to the customer experience in a way that most gas station chains just don't. And here's what blows my mind about all of this. Maverik has 800 locations across 21 states. They've been around for almost a century. They're family owned. They're clearly doing something right. They have exclusive products, competitive pricing, and customer experience that puts most of their competitors to shame. So why has no one heard of them? I think it comes down to geography and marketing strategy. They're firmly planted in the Mountain West and Western states. If you live on the East Coast or in the Midwest, you've probably never seen one. And unlike Buc-ee's, which has turned their brand into a lifestyle and social media phenomenon, Maverik seems content just to quietly serve their customers without making a big show of it. But that's honestly kind of refreshing. In a world where every brand is trying to go viral, here's a company that's just focused on running great gas stations. I'm not kidding when I say I wish I could open one in Illinois. After experiencing what a properly run convenience store looks like, going back to the sad, overpriced, understocked gas stations I'm used to around here feels like traveling backwards in time. Maverik has figured out the formula. Fresh food made daily, innovative technology like the for real machines, exclusive products that create customer loyalty, competitive pricing, and a commitment to cleanliness and customer service. It's everything a gas station should be, but usually isn't. What Maverik represents is proof that the American convenience store doesn't have to be a soul-crushing experience of stale hot dogs and $3 bottled water. They rebranded as Adventure's First Stop in 2000, and that's not just marketing speak. They genuinely seem to understand that their customers are people on journeys who deserve better than the bare minimum. When a 20-year-old entrepreneur can go from renting roller skates to building a near $20 billion gas station empire that still prioritizes customer experience almost a century later, maybe the rest of the industry should be paying attention. The next time you're driving through the Mountain West and you see the distinctive Maverik sign, don't just drive by thinking it's another generic gas station. Stop in, try the for real machine, grab some bonfire food, and pick up a Mountain Dew Honeydew that your friends back home can't get anywhere else. Maverik isn't just a gas station, it's what happens when a company actually cares about the people they serve. And after 97 years, they're still proving that doing business the right way actually works. The real question isn't why more people don't know about Maverik. The real question is, why isn't everyone else trying to be more like them?